Hello. Hail, adventurer. I am Bruin the Bard. These brave soldiers, the finest of the Alfar armies. But there is still adventure to be had, so join me. If not, then I bid you fair warning. Your journey shall be far less exciting. Without this storyteller at hand. Ah, yes. It has been... These soldiers have been of no help. Fight, fight, fight. So please, let me regale you with tales of the Kaled Coast. I will make sure I had a good feeling about you. Someone who cherishes a good story. Let us proceed. Alas, there is one small problem. That area is favored by our enemies. Goodbye.
Through the woods and mountainside, through the hollows and green meadow, through the summer, winter, day and night, through the hallowed halls of seasons and song, through the vengeance, pride and sorrow, echo the footfalls of the greaves of the Fey Hunter.
The Tuatha are on the run. Good work. Plus, it's much more pleasant here without Gadflow bellowing at me from all corners. But enough pleasantry. Are you prepared for your reunion with Ventrinio? The notes we got from Octien say that you were employed as Ventrinio's assistant. You were with him in Alabastra when you died. But the notes weren't clear on what... I'm sure the two of you have so much catching up to do. Just make sure he lives long enough to get us into Alabastra. Once that's done, it's none of my business. Of course, I'm just disappointed I never had a chance to see the original Well of Souls. I believe our new friend has a disturbing path of living.
Make it quick.
I hope you're ready for this. I believe our new friend... This island smells like death. Stay behind me. Whatever that gnome's been up to, it looks like he's made a few enemies in the process. Just as Hughes thought, Ventrinio used the same wards from their old lab. This'll be quick. Follow me and be careful. The lads are coming from somewhere in here.
The energy from the Well of Souls is overwhelming. Damn it! What's wrong? And why are there so many layers?
Sounds like our rat is caught in a trap. I'm sure he'd be happy to help whoever saves him. Careful, or we'll get trapped up there too. Here's where we part ways. I'll stop the lads at the stairwell. You get upstairs, and it shouldn't be hard to find him. Keep moving up and follow the coward. I'll hold this staircase. Move!
A new source of power? What sort of nonsense is this? If anything had come in here, my detection spells would have... Wait. Who's down there? Show yourself! Damn it all! I don't care who you are. Get off it! Stabilizing This is what I get for using all those soldiers. I never should have let them keep their swords. When you get up here, try not to look directly into the well. It can be a little upsetting. Damn it! Hurry! Before the whole well starts to collapse. Took your time, didn't? Gods damn it! Ever since the Baelor was defeated, the chaos magic sent the well off its alignment. You show up, and now the Laz are... Wait. What? It's you. You're alive. But I saw you die. I'm Ventrinia, of course. Don't you remember me? You were my assistant here at the Well of Souls. You were going to help me change the world. But of course, that was before you died. It was terrible. You were the best assistant I ever had. Who else could have helped me get into Alabastra? Who else had that ambition? We got more than enough Prismere, but you wanted to track down the power source, even if it meant sneaking right under Gadflow's nose. I spent days trying to recover your body, but I never expected to find you alive, or for you to return. Speaking of which, how did you return? Of course you did. We went there to steal Prismere to power the well, and you wanted to go after the source of the Prismere itself. You went off, geared for war, sneaking into Baal itself. I had a better chance of bringing you back from the dead than I had of changing your mind. But I wasn't able to do either. Not important. Not important. What? The well is coming down around us, and you don't even care. Ah! We'll have time to catch up afterwards, and... Oh, damn it all! Here they come! Hold them off! The Laz are here! Hold them off while I try to stop the flow of energy to the well. Perfectly safe. I think. salvage? Even a piece? All my work gone. But at least we're still alive. Once again, Going back into Alabastra, I'll need more prismere if I'm to rebuild the well. And I suppose perhaps this talisman can help you. It's a little something it might just help against whatever killed you the first time. We got in with a little help, of course. See, it's all because of Callus Dren, the defender of pride. In his house, no one can stand before him. None can even approach, unless you... Patience, patience. You'll have it soon enough. I'm going to have to dig it out of the rubble of the tower. Go to the field of... And if you value your life, do not approach Dren. Just go to the field of Huber and wait for me. Get going.
I'll keep an eye on the gnome.
Don't go near Dren until I get there.
I'm sure we can trust Ventrinio. But I'll stay here and keep an eye on Ventrinio. You got into Alabastra once.
So, it's off to face Dren. Isn't that why you found that gnome? I certainly don't intend... What does one do in the face of...
The hunter runs. The hunter runs. Swiftly, swiftly for our lives. A mortal skirt of chain. A mesh of links forged in secret. The hunter runs. The hunter runs. In the chausses of the Fey Hunter.
The Tuatha have forced their war upon us. They eagerly cut through mortal flesh and mortal bone, and as a reminder of their butchery, they display these mortal corpses throughout the land, turning sanctity into putrescence. The bodies remain on our ground and on our gallows tree, bloated and corrupt.
Excellent work. You are clearly much more proficient in the ways of war than most visitors of the cave. It would be my great pleasure. Picture it. 10 years ago, the rising sun, a lingering fog. Somewhere in the forest, it is here on this spot where the Bolgan drew first blood. Killing. Let us move on, shall we? And if you don't mind, there are... Goodbye.
A fledgling hunter by the looks of it. Don't you know this is Bolgan country? I've slain many on my hunt for Chernobog. The scars don't give me away. Ha! You're probably the first person in record. As for why I am here in this muggy puddle of piss, I intend to conquer. But first he must be summoned. For he won't just face any foe, you know. Only those he deems worthy to... Ha! You're certainly welcome to try. But I'm afraid he'll be much too dead by the time I finish. Chernobog will only battle those who can prove their ferocity. It is if you can collect the eyes of 10 Bolgans, then you are clearly a warrior who deserves a reckoning. Set the eyes upon Chernobog. Goodbye.
My friends used me for their own gain, and why not? I was, after all, a powerful sorceress who commanded the elements and conjured fear in the heart of any who would oppose her. Oliskar, my apprentice, the entire time was inciting the rabble against me, the witch. You should have known better than to trust him. And Atham, of course, right there, stealing from my library and purse. How could you be such a fool? Atham was someone I thought I could trust.
How curious. You are mortal, but your steps resound with a burden greater than any one mortal might ever hope to. More curious still is your presence here. The great scale is not idly moved, nor is my reverie broken without cause. What is your purpose? And so I am finally exhumed. But Bizarane is not the King of Sorrows from whom I hoped to draw a summon. Indeed, I know the location of the Sorrows. They were never meant to be retrieved, but neither were they meant to be Before I go, I must request that you rouse my counterpart, Kael'rod. The ages have sent our paths together. I will not break. When we first came to this place, we vowed, as I was on one side of the scale, you will find him on the other. I will goodbye.
Sorrow precedes you, mortal. It is almost enough to shift the great scale. It has been centuries since my reverie was last disturbed. For what cause are you here? What could a mortal possibly... I have heard of your work in reaching Alarain. If she wishes to aid this King of Sorrows, then I will act. But learning the location of the Sorrows is not merely answering a question asked. We will meet her in time. You must be patient. Very well. And so the eldest look upon each other once more. It has been some time since I have seen Alarain mortal, but Bizarane will need more than knowledge to reach Sorrows. He will need a key which lies in Sincere, the hollow of the weeping... That is correct. It is a difficult thing to ask of a mortal. A Fae would be better suited, but you will not perform this task alone. One of us will aid in recovering the key from Sincere. It falls to you to choose. Not for your end goal. Both of us are familiar with the Weeping King's Hollow. But I wield magic, and Alarain her Fae blades. It will be a hard road, mortal. We can complement your skills, or bolster them. Let it be so. She will accompany you to Sincere, and I will return to the House of Sorrows to... I wish you luck in your task, mortal. Keep well after Alarain. Very well.
Then we leave Kael'rod to the instruction of this King of Sorrows. I will shadow step to Sincere and wait for you there. Goodbye.
Done it. You have rid the gates of the Bolgan. The very first Eren Gastir arrived here generations ago from Mel Senshir. Before the final on that very first morning of his arrival, while the sun ascended the sky, Gastir could not bear such an intrusion on his new ancestral homeland, and swore an oath. By right of mine. Now that you've seen Castle Gastir, we should move on to the final stop on our... The last thing I want to show you is near the coast, on the cliffs overlooking the sea. Goodbye. Hello. There, you've cleansed this place of the Bolgan. I shall tell you the last tale. I've told the tale of the first Eren Gastir, he who discovered these lands. And I've told the tale. My final tale is that this last lord took a young mistress to his bed, a servant named Wilda Brandon. They had a child. To assuage his guilt, he wrote a royal letter in which he decreed to her and the child great wealth. That woman was my mother. Hear me, friend. I do not have much, but I will offer you all that I have to find me that letter. The letter that broke my mother's heart. Friends? Yes. I suppose we are friends. I'm not sure where to look for Father's letter. Father. Strange to the castle. That would make some sense, wouldn't it? I'll be back. Goodbye. It is well known that Castle Gastir fell to the Bolgan during the invasion. I remember my father having a chest near his throne. Goodbye.
time. I'd just assumed Enadon had abandoned me. But here before me stands the hero of Mels. Tell me, how much goodwill do you have left, honored? A Tuatha priest named Rasanon has captured this keep. I am sworn to destroy. For 10 long years he has lived as a lord, hiding. You see, I am Hilared Gastier, descendant of Lord Aaron Gastier and last of my family line. This castle and all... You will be rewarded, my friend. We Gastiers have long... Come. Rasanon knows I cannot pass through his gauntlet alone. The castle has been completely ransacked by the Bolgan, and debris blocked. Then I will have my revenge. But hurry. Keep going. What do you need to know? Yes, I remember Brune. He was kind, silly. I wonder how he fares now. I grew up behind the walls of this stronghold. When the Tuatha marched, it was Rasanon who killed my family and claimed... I have devoted my entire life to reclaiming this castle, enlisting in the army. Hurry. was a wreck. didn't even seem to remember me. But now the quest is ended, here, at home. Now go. I need rest. Goodbye. Nice to see you.
Hello. You have gone through much to bring me this, only to watch it destroyed. But it must... This letter proves that I am an heir to Gastir, and an heir to his... You are my friend. You may not agree, but that is what I choose to believe. Farewell.
Like the gilded ghosts of youth, the curving plates of fey-like scrolls decorate the life's guard of this impostor. It says, "I am like you, Fey Spirit," and shimmers with a brilliant gleam. This cuirass of the Fey Hunter.
Don't be afraid. I know who you are. Welcome to my camp. I am Captain Droon Ancilla, great-great-grandson of Clarions. Unlike the Tuatha, I am a gracious host. Please, come, warm your... I've fought countless battles and survived an interminable siege to return to my native land. But taking my place on the throne will not be easy. Before I speak of the famous Seal of Ancilla and the verdant blades, my father's royal medallion and war chakrams. Without them, I am nothing but a soldier. The seal was forged by my great-great-grandmother, the first Clarion Ancilla. The verdant blades belonged to my father. He used them in the many battles fought to secure our borders. They have no equal in... I was hoping you'd volunteer. Getting the heirlooms will be a challenge. As for the key, I made a mistake. I was young, foolish. The night... Her name is Hilared Gastier. Yes, a Gastier, the sworn enemy of House Ans. If you can convince Hilared to give you the key, you will need to retrieve the items from the lockbox. Goodbye.
What are you doing here?
Blessed Lyria, I know you. That's right. Mercy. Let me guess. The army has you out here on a special mission? Really? You know where we are, don't you? This is the Kaled Coast, land of the Alfar Lords. Ancilla and Gas... You really don't know, do you? This land is home to many mysteries, and they're a collection of frond-leaf dolls. Very rare, very valuable. Legend says they were lost. You would do that? Even with all the other, more pressing matters at hand? Legend says that the dolls were last seen in Lady Ancilla's hands when her family was murdered. So I was just going to look around the ruins. Another fine day.
Always...
Here's your marketplace. If you need another trade.
You there. You must help me. There isn't much time. My name is Finn, General Finn of Tilera's army. My men and I were part of a unit called... We were securing the dungeons of Castle Ancilla when it happened. I tried to get us out, but we were surrounded, trapped. That fool Private Gottlieb shoved me down the... You're a brave soul. Warriors like... The gates to Ancilla are chained and defended, but you can slip in under... Find Private Gottlieb. I have a feeling he's the last one alive. My men are waiting.
Greetings, mortal. What brings... I've been waiting many seasons for the return of my friend and master. I've been here for nearly a season. What would seem like ages to one such as you. The Tuatha imprisoned many of the servants and advisors when they invaded 10 years ago. Farewell.
What brings you to this stale hell? Damn that man. I knew that shoving him down that pipe wouldn't be enough. So, But we can't leave. Tigneri, the madman who lords over this castle, he will not back down when we must kill him now. Otherwise, many of our brothers and sisters in the approaching army will fall prey to his... We'll need to get into the throne room. And the only way to do that is to raise the portcullis. Let's go. On to Tigneri. You do good work. That's it. Uh-oh. You don't look so well, my friend. I'm afraid Tigneri has... Not to worry. There's bound to be an antidote in the laboratory below. Come, I'd imagine it's hidden somewhere in Tigneri's lab. Ready? You have the antidote. Now take it, quick. Take care. You have the antidote. Now take care.
Here now.
The strength of contempt, fear, and hate courses through the rushing veins to the very fingertips. The instruments of war are readied, light in the grip, and machinations of the gauntlets of the Fey Hunter.
Did you hear that? We feel the glare of a silver raptor, a furrowed brow, eyes that pierce the veil.
Damn it! I told them not to try anything until we arrived. I was hoping you'd find the answer to... Oh, here he comes now. This can't end.
By the gods, it was horrible. He killed them all, and nothing could stop him. It was Dren, that freak who guards the House of Pride. He's just one Fey, and not even a tool. The worst thing was, he seemed sorry to kill us. That's what we thought, too.
At last, you come, and we can recover the key. When I last walked here, it was a solemn place, but beautiful. Kind Fae tended, but we cannot dwell on what has transpired. To reach the key to the sorrows, we must go deeper still into Sincere. The way is not open, however, to one that does not bear the proper votives. The votives were originally goodbye. So you have gathered all the votives. Then we may continue onward. When we reach them, then I will tell you more. They are deeper in the dungeon. Goodbye. The way is clear. Come, let us press onward. Before we can reach the key, we must bypass the Crying Eyes. Then the key to the goodbye. Here, we have reached the Crying Eyes. When this hollow was first shaped, those statues did not weep. They alone guard the way to the key. You must approach them, mortal. They will show you the way. Goodbye. That is the key to the sorrows, mortal. It is a branch of the ancient and wizened tree whose roots touch this world and Ashara, the plane of magic to which all Fae belong. The sorrows take the form of the gallows tree in both realms, and this branch creates the bridge between them. Goodbye.
Oh, how can I ever begin to thank you? What an... Oh, please, let me introduce myself. I am Bern Elgar, head steward of House Ancilla. Do not misunderstand. I adore the Lord and Lady, but of course it is. Do you see anyone else? Sea-Watch was the first of the Ancilla castles, and the finest. As your newest and only advisor, I suggest... Wonderful, my liege, wonderful. That is, if there were people here to make... I would start with Connie, a rather quirky and elemental fey alch. The last we saw of the poor creature, she was being pursued by Bolgan. She spent much of her time wandering the gardens of old Castle Ancilla. Farewell. Good day. Good day.
Hello? You found the dolls? So tell me, was there any truth to the old legend that the... Too bad. Private Odekirk died yesterday.
Stay. It's your funeral. It seems you caused quite a... You have my eternal It would have been an honor to fight beside you at Mel Senshir. Please, take this shield. Good luck to you.
Hello.
You have the key to the sorrows. That was well done. My reliance on you to this point was never my initial plan. I only needed... But when I learned how willing you were to hound the Tuatha, I saw you would rise to every occasion. You became my faithful instrument. How could Saturnin have eluded the minds of so many for these long years? Simple. He was a ruse. While all eyes watched for Saturnin, another was free to wage his war. When you killed the Baelor, I saw an opportunity to end the House and the mortal armies simultaneously. You became my road to a perfect victory. You mean, why not announce my intent in a more obvious and boorish? I had to have the sorrows, but they were lost. It took years before I even learned of the Eldest. To reach the Eldest, I needed this house to die. To do that, I needed a rebellion. To do that, I needed an assassination. And to do that, I needed you. You seriously think your words might stir me to forsake a plan that has finally culminated after 20 years? Your audacity disgusts me. There is nothing to be offered, or given, or threatened, mortal. I cannot be stopped here, and I cannot be followed. But take heart. You will die long before the sorrows descend upon the minds of your mortal armies. Mercer will gut you here. Farewell.
No, they're gonna kill the elders. You survived. For better or worse, I know not. The house is in ruins, the eldest lie butchered, and Bizerain has betrayed us to the Tuatha. He must be denied. For our honored sorrow, our broken pride, he is at the birthplace of summer and winter, where the Weeping King first pooled the anguish and decay inherent in all Winter Fae. It is the plane from which all Fae descend when they are reborn. I fear you may have had enough of secrets, but here is mine. I am the Weeping King reborn. Bizerain needed a key to reach the sorrows. I do not. I did not always know. When you went to Amalur, I meditated beneath the gallows tree, and a part of me that had long slumbered awakened. It makes sense now. Why I could practice delving when all had lost the art. Why I can commune with sorrows. Be it fate or chance, we must take advantage of this. I think that as the Weeping King, I can bring us to the sorrows in time to stop Bizerain. I do not know what will happen if I attempt to bring you into Ashara, but you have a strong will. Bizerain has a head start on us. However, we must hurry. You have a strong force of will, stronger than I felt possible. I have never heard tell of a mortal that could stand in Ashara. But we are here. I can recall now, vaguely. Bizerain will be there, but he has prepared himself. This barrier keeps us from him. Yes, we can. I can sense the conduit, but Bizerain is no fool. He will not leave them unguarded. And I feel Bizerain is correct in that he can manipulate the magic of this place, but we can manipulate it as well. The barrier is strong, but it feeds off nexuses of energy. We must hurry. We must be quick.
We meet again, mortal. Can I truly be here? Standing before the sorrows? I remember no swords, fire, and then nothing. But he brought me back to fight you. I can't. I'm sorry, mortal. So sorry.
You dare tread here. I have been dead a short time, and already I learned so much since he raised me. Because of you, the house is dead.
Finally, you have come. I must admit, I did not give you... My master has raised me to protect his labours, and I will... Perhaps if I take your head here...
We must be quick.
And so you have finally reached me. I have waited, mortal. The longest of any I have waited. And now, Bizarane has raised me against my will to be part of his... I sought to stop him. I found the plan he had conspired, and then you came and killed me. And now I am a puppet to his will. He cannot...
You have slain what vestiges of your past I could conjure, and the barrier has fallen. So now, we are here. You think your presence here can stay my spells? The last words have been uttered. You are too late to stop me. I cannot. You do not understand Fey, mortal. What I do is for the good of all. There are fires coming to this world. I have only glimpsed a fleeting shadow of them, and I am awed, and only the Tuatha will be able to bear these tribulations, so they must survive this war. Now, you understand why...
Bizarin may be dead, but the death blow is still his. The sorrows have already begun escaping their seal. We need to act quickly, or this will all be for nothing. I must seal the sorrows within myself. I do not know for sure. I will be forced to remain in Ashara, but I cannot be afraid. It must be done. For the good of... It is a noble sentiment, mortal, but you do not understand. They must be anchored in Ashara, and you can... But please, bear witness to this last act. Tell the world what happened here. We must hurry.
It's good to see you again. It gets somewhat lonely up here. My days of blades and battles are behind me. With the aid of people like you, Did you say the Ancilla key? Why, yes, of course I have it. In 10 years, Wait. This could be a trick. How do I know you're not here to seize the Droon, I'd never forget. Our families stoked such hate. But I could never hate Droon. Take the key. Give it to Droon. Send him good wishes. Bye.
slept since you left. My mind kept revisiting those last few months. You've revived my family, friend. These great artifacts will help. Take the verdant blades. You must. I do not wish to rule my new domain with fear and fire. Farewell.
I understand that you may be busy, but I would truly enjoy Safe Watch. Yes, that's what it was called. The Tuatha imprisoned us. The servants and advisors when they invaded 10 years. Would you be so kind as to locate the key to this dungeon door? Farewell. You have the key to the dungeon. Farewell. You are truly a mortal of my master's ilk. A generous soul like Lord Hunt. That is where I go now, to prepare the fortress for his return. Farewell.
My word, Connie is back at Sea-Watch. Sue, do you like what I've managed to do in your absence? Our next best course of action is to pursue Sea-Watch's old healer. Always want to fight for justice. Farewell.
Greetings, mortal. May you find warmth and sustenance this day. Farewell.
I don't know what
to Yes, flee. Flee and live.
Sometimes one soldier can do that.
You haven't tried approaching, have you? No, of course you haven't. This took a little longer to find than I had hoped, but it should be exact. Dren had a twin in the summer court. Dith, the defender of valor. They were both in... She faded when the House of Valor fell, but my early experiments with the Well of... You see, when trying to draw life energy from the ether, with this, you will be immune to Dren's power. Now, be fair. Fae don't have souls as mortals do. They are a form of magic with a physical form. And I only got a little of it anyway. It only works for one person. Trouble is, he'll be immune to your power as well. But I'm sure you can... With the essence of valor, you can withstand Dren's attacks. Now, go show that defender.
Turn back or die. Then you shall die like the others. I made an oath to protect my house and my homeland. No power short of death can keep me from I know your intentions are to free my people from the Tuatha. But I have sworn an oath to defend my house and homeland. If only things could be different. Enough. We could fight each other until the mountains wear away, but that will... My sister and I were chosen to protect our kind. So long as our houses stood, the Fae would never pass from this world. We never imagined that our houses could crumble beneath our feet. Mortals led to the collapse of my sister's house. He maintained pride with his Prismere and his obscene god, but it will keep us eternal. I cannot yield. But if your true intent is to stop Godflow, then perhaps there is a way my house, and if you would promise to spare the House of Pride, then we could put aside our powers and have an honest battle. Win, and your army may pass. I expected treachery from any friend of Sidon the Outcast, and I shall have no lies within my...
And he was not alone. Like the weave unraveling, the Tuatha now tainted the purity of Mathon's court.
You did it! Guess I owe Ventrinio a drink. A promise is a promise, and the Witch Knights of Pride would be powerful. I'll send a few soldiers along to help. Meanwhile, I'll get the other troops ready to move into Alabastra once the gate to Alabastra's still closed. And we can't open it without that. Get that gate open, and the army will be ready to...
With you here, we can't lose.
Halt! Parley, if you would be so kind as to have a word with us. I have been chosen by the remaining members of our house to speak for all. We were most honored by your intention to free us. We are in seclusion, so as best to observe. I assure you, we will be more than happy to assist you in. Simply carry forth and destroy Witch Knight Myrna, who has so commandeered. We are sure you'll have no We eagerly anticipate your success.
Well done, child of dust. You've killed the immortal defender. I should thank you for exposing the disloyal amongst my kin. But then, I have so much to thank you for. Your bravado is nothing more than the mewling of an angry kitten. Each to the goddess of mercy awakens. And with every step you take into my homeland, so welcome to Alabasta.
We have seen our champion bested, our advantage lost. House of Pride, in our ineffable wisdom, renounces the Tuatha and demands that you accept our immediate... Your army is welcome here. We trust our benevolence. We thank you kindly, and our mages have already been assisting your army in their march into Alabastra. Most excellently spoken. You have the commanding presence of a young Aegon, who once also bore the pleasure of our august company. Allow us to welcome you to Alabastra. We trust your visit will be eventful.
The House of Pride opened its gates and welcomed us as honorary champions. This now is the difficult part. We can hold Cluricon, even push a little into Alabastra, but we don't have the... Once the House of Pride gives their word, they'll never break it. At least, not what it looks like we're winning. Our real problem is that we can't march the army through Alabastra. Not in formation, at least. This will call for some... Alabastra is a maze of valleys. Gadflow's remaining faithful, but where an army would fail, the 5 of us can triumph. We will at the House of Vengeance, on Gadflow's doorstep. From there, we strike at Bale, the heart of his empire. More than you'd think. But I promise I'll explain it all to you. Maybe once Gadflow's dead.
Hope you've got better luck this time, eh? I need to talk with you, but not here. I'll find you in Alabastra. I've put together a few facts about your death, and I think I know something grave. But not here. I'll give them the slip and talk with you a little.
Welcome to Alabastra, hero. I'm... No proper nature guide. But you see that water?
Praise Lyria! I thought you'd never arrive. Welcome to Camp Moondown. Are you with Captain? We need soldiers, not heroes. Without it, still, any help is something. Will you let? Thank you. Without you, we could not. No! That's a Tuatha now! Come! Goodbye. Hello, that should give you a taste of what we've been up. Thank you for your help. The tales that I don't know. Fate has thrown so much hardship. Tuatha took our healer. The weaponsmith ran off. They're camped on the land bridge to the south, but they're not going anywhere while the Tuatha hold Shadow Pass. If you rescue Colm, our injured could fight again, and we might stand a chance. Raiders seized him 2 nights ago. It was dark, but I'm certain I saw them head to Glass Pillar Caves. Somewhere in the depths of Glass Pillar Caves, a cavern to the east. Goodbye.
Hello. Hello, mortal. I am the knave of You have impeccable timing. I have some They're everywhere. Big red faces. The Bolgan masters use them as foot soldiers when they can. They compelled the Bolgan to fight. If you're in the mood, locate these Bolgan masters. Shouldn't be too difficult for the hero of Melsenshir. Well, get to work then, hero. And come see me once you've thwarted the... Not sure, but they're about. It's a lovely arrangement. Goodbye.